Hello, this is Sarah Hardy at the University of Maine Farmington. Welcome to my second video tutorial in using R and RCmdr. This video tutorial will cover numeric summaries and basic graphs, and it assumes that you have already installed R and RCmdr as well as imported the 2010 miles per gallon spreadsheet to create an R dataset. If you would like to do that before watching this video, the instructions as well as the spreadsheets can be found on my web page. Okay, after opening R, the first step we want to do is to open Rcmdr, and there's two methods for doing that. You can either go up to Packages, Load Package, and then select Rcmdr from the list. I'm going to do it the second way, which is to go to the prompt line and type library parenthesis RcmdR and hit return, and that will pop up our RCmdr window. Okay, so first of all, I want to open up the data set that we've been working on, and so to do that I'm going to go down to Active Data, select Active Data Set, and that will pull up a list of data sets. Now, I have a lot of stuff. If you're just starting, then miles per gallon might be your only data set. Okay, so highlight that, click OK. And now you can see that on the second line it will tell us that the active data set is miles per gallon. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is do some numeric summaries. And to do that, I'm going to go to Statistics, Summaries, Numerical Summaries. And it's going to pop up a list of all our numeric variables, and I'm going to select all of them except for observation number and year. And notice that it's going to give us the mean, standard deviation, and our quantiles. And I'm going to hit OK. And the output will appear down here in the output window. So I would like you to paste this into a word processing document. So to do that, select it and right-click to copy it, and then go over to a, in this case this is a Word document, or it could be WordPerfect, and paste it in. Now you'll notice that it's no longer lined up. So I'll show you a trick to get it lined up. And so what you want to do is highlight it and change the font. And you want to change the font to Courier New. Okay? That's a font that's used by R as well as many other computer programs. And this particular font has, every individual character has the same width, and that's how it keeps things lined up. Okay, it's still a little big, so I'm going to put it down to a 10-point font. Okay. Now I'm going back to RCmdr. And the next thing I want to do is I want to do another numeric summary. Okay, and so this time I'm going to do just city miles per gallon, and I also want to look at it by the class of the vehicle. So I'm going to summarize by groups, and then I'm going to select class, hit OK, hit OK again, and now this will give me the mean and standard deviation and the quartiles by the different classes of cars. So compact cars, large cars, mid-size, and so on and so forth. So also cut and paste this into your word processing document. The next thing we want to do is a box plot. So this time we're going to go up to Graphs, and I'm going to go to Box Plot, and I'm going to select city miles per gallon for my variable. I'm going to check this box that says Identify Outliers with a mouse, and I'm going to choose a group, and I'm going to choose air aspiration as my group. Hit OK, OK, and this will pop up your graph, as well as a little box here that will tell us to use the left mouse button to identify points, the right mouse button to exit. So I'm going to say OK. Okay, so I'd like to know what these outliers are, so I'm going to click on a couple of them. And that is observation 475, observation 409, 257, and I'd like you to go ahead and click on all of them. When you get done clicking on your outliers, make sure that you exit out of this identify part, and do that by right-clicking and hit stop. If you forget this step, when you try to go on it, things will lock up. So go back and check that if you're having some problems. Okay. Go ahead and also copy this graph, copy as a meta file, and then you can go back to your word processing document and paste this in like we did on our last assignment. Okay, so what is observation 475? To find out what that is, we're going to go back to the RCmdr window. And up here where we saw our active data set before, one of our choices is to view data set. So let's select that. And what we'll get is we'll get a window that has our complete data set, which this one has, like, I believe, 1,040 observations. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down and look for 475. And it's right here. It says it's a Toyota. I'm going to have to make my window a little wider to see the whole thing. And so that is the Toyota Prius. And so that is our outlier that has over 50 miles per gallon city driving. Okay, so I'm going to minimize that. And I'd like you to look up all the outliers. And the next kind of plot we're going to look at is a plot of the means. And so to do that, I'm going to go down to Plot of Means. And I'm going to select air aspiration as my factor or categorical variable, and city miles per gallon as my response. It's going to give me the means along with some error bars. The default is standard error, and for today we are going to select standard deviations instead. So hit OK, and that will give you a plot of the means with error bars going one standard deviation in each way. So also copy this into your word processing document. Okay, the next kind of plot we're going to do is a pie chart, which I think everyone's familiar with. Okay, and this is for categorical variables, so we're going to pick air aspiration, OK, and that will give us our pie chart. So also cut and paste that into your word processing document. Okay. Next, we're going to look at a scatter plot. A scatter plot is used for two numeric variables, and we will choose city miles per gallon to go on the x-axis, and highway miles per gallon to go on the y-axis, and then hit OK. And we will get this plot when we see a straight dotted line, and that's a regression line that we will look at later on in the semester. And there's also a solid line, which is a smooth, which shows the trend in more detail. And we'll look at our last thing that we're going to look at tonight is a variation on that plot. And so we're going to again go to scatter plot, city miles per gallon, highway miles per gallon, and this time we'll choose plot by groups. And I'm going to choose air aspiration. Okay. And that gives us a plot where we have the three different types of air aspiration represented by different colors and different plotting symbols. And so that is the end of this video tutorial. Thank you for watching.